All right, y'all. So I'm here for Black Ink Crew Chicago. This is season 3, and this is episode 15. So this is pretty much like the aftermath of Cabo. Um, Everybody's at the shop minus Cobra because we find out later on in the episode that she actually is in Houston, and of course Kat, and then Ryan's bitch ass. Okay, so Charmaine and Lily, they come into the shop, and they want to have, like, they want to do something for Van, to show them how much fun they had in Cabo because he couldn't be there and everything. So they got maracas and hats and all types of stuff for him, and he comes in, and he's excited, he's appreciative of it, and he wants to know what was the 411, what happened in Cabo, and so they start telling him about how Danielle going to bring Katrina to Cabo, knowing damn well Rachel was going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell him how, Kat pulled Rachel to the side to be on some woman to woman type of shit. And, how Ryan pretty much tried to make her be out, make her out to be a liar. And Van is like, I mean, listen, everybody knew that nigga was lying about what happened between him and Kat at the lake house or whatever. And Don is like, I mean, I ain't gonna front. I kind of thought Ryan overdid it a little bit, and they flash back to when Ryan and Rachel, just attacked production and everything. So yeah. Then speaking of Don, we're at his house, and he's waiting on Ashley with opening arms, thinking she's going to be so happy to see him. She comes in the house because I think she came from her mom's crib. She's pissed off, and he's like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, I was calling you and stuff like that, and Donna's like, I mean, I saw your text. You said you was going to your mom's house, and I said okay. And Ashley was like, I was calling you for a reason, and the baby wasn't moving, and I got nervous, but everything is fine. And Donna's like, well, why wouldn't you just text me that? You know what I'm saying? And I do understand where they're both coming from. Even Ashley, with all her extraness and everything, I understand her. Her hormones are all over the place. Her being pregnant and stuff, and her being concerned and just extra cautious because this is a high risk pregnancy. But I also understand what Don was saying too. Well, if I wasn't answering the phone and then you texting me and saying, oh, I'm just going to my mom's house, and not texting me that is an emergency, like, I'ma just think that, everything's fine. You know what I'm saying? So I understood what they both were saying. And, Donna's like, come on, man, I wouldn't, just do that on purpose or whatever. So they kind of go back and forth just a little bit. She walks away from him. He's, standing in the kitchen for a minute, trying to gather himself, trying to collect his thoughts before he, proceeds to go and talk to Ashley again. So once he gets himself together, he goes to her, he apologizes, and he's like, it was bad communication on both of our parts, but I would not just purposely ignore you like that. You know what I'm saying? So they make up, and that was that with them. Then we get Ryan. And he's meeting with his parents to lie about this whole shit with Kat. So, he's been sleeping on the couch since him and Rachel got back, and he's still trying to feed this story that all him and Kat did was kiss. And I know I told y'all last week that I think Rachel blew up like that because she already knew, and that's why she blew up. But I'm starting to kind of wonder if he only really told her, oh, we just, just like how he been trying to tell everybody else that all we did was kiss. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of the situation. But anyways, so, like I said, he's still feeding this whole story about how him and Kat only kissed or whatever. And, how when him and Rachel, he didn't tell Rachel when they first got back together, because Rachel did ask him, like, did you ever mess around with Kat or whatever, and he denied it. You know what I'm saying? Despite the fact that she asked him, he denied that they ever did anything or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, the parents is like, you sure y'all only kissed and everything? And he like, I mean, yeah, that's all we did or whatever. Like, Ain't nobody believing that. If Rachel really believed that, she a fool too. Like I'm just saying, because I don't think nobody's believing that story. So anyways, he talks about how Kat was, had pulled Rachel to the side to tell her that, and then to tell extra stuff that didn't really happen, and this, that, and the third. And his mom's is like, I did consider, Kat to be a daughter and everything, but anybody that's trying to hurt and destroy our family, I'm done with them, or, whatever. I ain't got nothing for them at this point. And I'm like, your son is the one who's on the fuck boy shit. Okay, like let me tell you, Ryan is the worst kind of guy to date. I have been with a guy like Ryan, always trying to play like the good guy, but he's actually the worst one out of the whole clique to date. You feel what I'm saying? Because a guy like Ryan plays like he's such a good guy, like he's always the advisor of the group, and telling this person, oh, don't be fucking employees in the shop, and da da. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't practice what he preach. While in the meanwhile, he's sitting over here banging out, whoever you're on the side and trying to act like he's such a family man when he, what I'm saying, when in actuality he over here fucking this person, that person, and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's the worst kind of guy to date because he will really deceive you into thinking he's such this amazing person, and he's really not. Like I said, the worst kind of guy to date. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this: it's been 7 years since him and Rachel have been together. If he ain't changed in 7 years, I don't think he gonna change. I just honestly don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's go back to Nine Mag. So, Van is asking, Lily and Junior, are they still fucking? And Junior kind of laughs and it's like, yeah, but no, we just, working together and everything. And Van, he playing around or whatever, talking about something. I think you guys should get matching tattoos. And Junior, he's like, well, I am going to get a heart on my middle finger, to represent like fuck love. And he asked Lily, do she want to get it too? So, Van was like, I mean, I was just bullshitting, but I mean, okay, because he said that about the tattoo because he was saying that they should get something to symbolize their dysfunctional relationship. So, yeah, so Junior is talking about how he kind of feels about Lily and how he glad that they're in this good space, being friends. And, Lily talks about how Junior has always been there for her and blah, blah, blah. So then we get, Four and Van, they're moving stuff into, Four's new apartment with Nikki. He explains that Nikki did apologize, to him, while they were still in Cabo about, her just tripping and everything. So he decided that he still wanted to move in with her. And so Charmaine comes over to, I guess, help out Nikki and everything. And, Nikki comes in, and that it wasn't really too much with that scene. So then we get Van and Kat. They meet up at like some fishing pier. And Van brings up Ryan. He's like, listen, I done heard some stuff like, what's going on. So she's saying how, she felt bad being up in Rachel's face, this, that, and the third. She wanted to like shut the whole operation down. But Ryan kept on texting her, saying, how his feelings were stronger for her versus Rachel. I'm like, Kat, I'm not saying I don't believe her per se, because I just really don't know. And then I know some people are saying that Kat had, bad motives as far as her, telling Rachel all of this stuff. I really don't know what Kat's motives were. I really don't. I'm just kind of like in the middle with it. But at the end of the day, Ryan, he ain't taking no ownership into the shit, with him and Kat. And it's just, what I'm saying? But yeah, so I don't really know what to think of her motives in this situation. But like I said, she was saying how how Ryan was saying his feelings were stronger for her than Rachel. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to see the text messages. If you got them, you need to show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already all the way in this shit now. You might as well show the text messages. But anyway, so she's telling Van about how Danielle, tricked her into going to Cabo and everything. And, when she finally did tell Rachel, Ryan denied it. And, she never thought Ryan would call her a liar. I'm like, why would you not think that he would call you a liar? Like, really, you know what I'm saying? And Van is calling Ryan a pussy pretty much because he ain't been to the shop since the Cabo trip. And it's like, yeah, he is looking like a real pussy right now. Cause like Danielle had said at one point in the episode, if you ain't got nothing to hide, then why are you hiding? Sounds like somebody who's guilty to me, But anyway, so then we get Charmaine with her boyfriend real quick. They playing around on the couch or whatever. She's got a manager now, and her manager is actually right at her apartment. So her manager comes in, and she's telling Charmaine how this movie director is doing this movie called Mollywood or something, and he wants Charmaine to be in it. She doesn't have to audition or nothing. It's sealed. He wants her, and Waka Flocka is also going to be in it as well. And Charmaine, she's just so excited. And she's like, oh, I got to quit Night Mag because I'm going to be a movie star and, all this other bullshit. I was cracking up with Charmaine because she was just doing the most. I was like, hold on now, girl. This is just one movie and we don't even know how big your part is going to be yet. But anyway, so then we get Ryan meeting up with Rachel, giving this sorry ass apology, and she's saying like after 7 years of us not being together, I thought you would we would have grown the fuck up, but you still acting like you 17, and he's saying how he was not just trying to show her that he changed. I mean, not tell her that he changed. He was also trying to show her, and she's like, well, you've been showing me the exact opposite, and the trust that I had, you kind of took it away, and now we're back at square one. And he's saying how he loved her and blase. I don't give a fuck. So then we back at Dynamag, and Charmaine and Danielle is telling Van about how the night before Rachel and her cousin came up to the shop or whatever looking for Kat, and I'm just like, really, Rachel? So what was you and your cousin gonna do? Jump Kat? Like, are you serious right now? Like, y'all should be jumping on Ryan's motherfucking ass, if anything, because he's the one who's in the relationship with you. And once again, after y'all both kind of waited 7 years to get back with one another, and he's still pulling this bullshit, you feel what I'm saying? And he's still lying to you. Like, come on now. Like, I'm just like, really, Rachel? Like, so anyways, Van is pretty much saying the same thing that I'm saying right now. Like, Rachel is going after the wrong person. She need to be going after Ryan because, he's in a relationship with her. And he's also saying that, Ryan does have a problem with coming clean after he's done something wrong. But it's like, I mean, come on now. Like, get it together. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway, so, Van wants to throw Kat a party, despite the fact that, Kat and Ryan are not on good terms. He wants to throw Kat a party at Nine Mag or whatever. They pretty much like, fuck Ryan. They got Kat's back, this, that, and third. Because I think they all believe Kat at this point. They all believe Kat, and, yeah. So, and I know I said what I said in the beginning of the season or whatever. I was kind of trying to be neutral and understand where Ryan was coming from about, it being his shop, this, that, and the third. But right now, fuck Ryan. And I do remember the Ghetto View, shout out to her, in her earlier reviews from this season, how, she was saying that she was watching something, I don't know, is a Hollywood Unlocked or something like that she said she was watching, and how apparently, like, y'all know C's from Black Ink Crew New York, how his shop is, like, actually his shop. Ryan's shop is not really his shop. Somebody else is really the owner or something like that. That she was saying that they was that the cast was saying to Hollywood Unlocked or whatever the shit is on YouTube or whatever. So I mean, if that's the case, then really fuck Ryan. But no, let's move on. So, anyways, we have Lily. Cobra then let the child move back into her apartment, and I'm just like, y'all just keep on letting this girl finesse y'all, huh? But like I said, like I told y'all earlier on, Cobra is in Houston, so Lily took this time to invite Plug over and cook for him, and she back messing with Plug. So she's still making excuses for why she cheated on Junior because she thought he was messing with a client, and I'm like, no, that is not a reason to cheat on somebody because you thought they was messing around with somebody. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, so the producer in the confessional, was saying, aren't you, or, he was like, are you a Plug a couple? And she was like, no, we're not. And so then she's telling, Plug about Cat's party and how she wants him to come. And then, the producer is like, so aren't you and Junior still hooking up? And she starts laughing. And then he's like, aren't you and Plug hooking up? I said whoever that producer was ain't shit, like, word. I was cracking up. But anyways, then we finally get to Cat's birthday. They had a hard time getting Cat there at first, but she comes, she walks in, everybody is embracing her. Even, old Nikki was, hugging her and stuff like that. So, Plug's ass shows up. And, Charmaine was making a joke. She was like, Lily went from a tattoo artist to a Plug. Like, Plug got a short in it. Like, don't she understand? So, anyways, Junior, he peeping shit out. He peeping how Lily is introducing Plug to everybody but him. So he puts two and two together and is like, this is the same Plug that she cheated on me with. So, Junior is pissed, and I can understand him being pissed off because it's like, why would you bring the same nigga? Like, we cool, but we ain't, ain't enough time passed for you to be bringing the motherfucker that you cheated on me with around. Like, shit gonna be cool. Like, I'm not gonna feel some type of way. So, like I said, he's pissed off, and I guess Junior was probably a little bit drunk too. So he decides to start some shit and gets on the table and calls Cat over to pour a shot up in her mouth, and then he pours a shot up in Lily's mouth, and he said something smart to her. I forgot what it was he said, but Lily don't understand why Junior being extra. I don't even know why Junior keep on dealing with this bitch, because she gonna keep on playing him to the left. And, just, y'all know I don't like her. So, yeah. So, anyways, Junior takes Plug to the back to talk to him. He's introducing himself. And, Plug is like, yeah, I know who you are and everything. And Junior is like, listen, Lily been playing the both of us. We just got matching tattoos. And, Plug is like, I don't know what closure you need from her or whatever. And Junior's like, I don't need no closure, but your girl ain't been the most loyal and this, that, and third. And then Plug says something. Junior is like, if you got an issue, we can get it. So they, both get up and start swinging, and, security breaking up the fight, and they both accusing each other of pulling the other one's hair and, being on some pussy shit, blase, blase. I don't really know, because it was just a lot going on. They push Plug outside. Van is like upstairs, like on the fire escape or whatever. And he's asking Lily, like, are you good? Plug gonna call him a bitch. And Van is like, you talking to me? Plug was like, yeah. And Van was like, okay, hold on, I'll be down there. So Van, he comes down, he walks up to the car, and, Lily starts talking about Junior and everything. And mind you, this motherfucker Plug was using a nigga a little bit too much, but you, especially for him not to have some type of black in him. And I could look at him and tell he ain't got no type of black in him to be using this goddamn word, okay? I'm just saying. But anyway, so next thing you know, Plug gonna sit up here and talk about you niggas are some bitches. So Van tells him, he's like, get out the car. Get out the car. And, Lily is trying to stop Van. And she's like, no, Van, the beef is not with you. Van like, this motherfucker talking shit. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell whether Van threw a punch or his homeboy that was with him. One of them threw a punch or whatever. Next thing you know, Junior and his homeboys just come out the woodwork or whatever, and Junior and old boy start going at it again, and Junior talking his shit. Junior talking his shit at security, pulling him like, yeah, what's up, homie? Ganging this bitch, it's whatever, yeah, like. Junior is a funny ass motherfucker. Like, he was just so crunk. It was so hilarious. But y'all, that was the episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.